Right, I promise.
Starting like I'm deeply and again.
Yeah, don't let it influence you though.
Okay, I won't. Okay, Michelle, let's just start right off. Is there anything you can hint about the second season?
Much like first season, we are going to answer a lot of the questions that we start, but we're also going to start up with a whole bunch of new ones that we're going to leave with by the end of it. We have a season kind of marked out. We will get a little bit more into level 6s. We will be following more of our secondary characters. Basically all the stuff that I think people have a natural appetite for, we as storytellers have as well. So we plan for it to be good.
Oh, I have no doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
Spoiler, it's
So,
gonna be awesome.
when you say secondary characters, are we talking Bree and Albus and
Hopefully.
Potter?
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're at a point yet where we know absolutely everybody who's coming back, but I certainly have plans available for everybody. So
Awesome. So John had a really great arc, I thought, in this first season.
So did I.
And I love the way sort of we talked about this in their phone interview earlier about how he's very caring and he feels like he needs to look after everybody. And then that panned out later in the season into him suddenly having this sort of religious bent.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so what did you think of his arc? Are you hoping to see more of that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that sort of plays into sort of some of his natural ways of being, caretaker and all that stuff. But I'm actually interested if we pursue that a little bit more because I think the religious elements of the story were really, really interesting. Scarbacks, and particularly somebody asked me, if you could play any other character on the show, who would it be if you could? And I said Albus, because I think that there's something so interesting and mysterious about that whole the Scarbacks and that whole religious element. So if there was more of that, I would totally be interested in, seeing where that goes or what that was.
plus leather pants.
Yeah.
You just want the leather pants.
Yeah.
Well, and
I
plus,
want the
cowl.
hood with the.
Yeah.
I had questions about that. Numerous people said, "So yeah, you guys dressed up as Scarbacks, but how come you and Luke were not?"
I read about that.
And the thing, and I said it was so cold when we were shooting that I was like, it was a blessing. But people had complaints. They're like, "Yeah, well, I don't get it. I don't get it."
It's like it's winter.
Yeah, it's winter Scarback. But yes, anyways, yeah, the religious stuff I thought was really, really neat, and I think it played really well. I think it, yes, interesting. Love it.
awesome.
I'll ramble on forever.
That's okay. I'm blanking. Tamsin.
Or Tamsin. There we go.
I was going to call you Lucy, and I know that's not your name. What are the challenges to playing Lucy? Like, do you ever get in the same room with these guys, or?
I met him, an hour ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was cast after everybody had done shooting, so it just wasn't as fun. I got to see them on screen, this huge screen, like, just a little bit smaller than this, so it was really cool. It's like, oh, that would have been fun to be there. It was a little bit more of that, but it's just the nature of the beast when you're doing voice. So, but I was very warm the entire time. I didn't have to worry about winter. And I had snacks right beside me, so there is a bonus to that,
So, one of the things I really loved about the show was how I would watch things that I think, like the Vessel episode. I'm thinking, oh, they're doing Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, but they're doing it so much more interestingly than Margaret Atwood did.
Well, now she's going to shoot me.
No,
No,
Margaret's
she's
gonna be
not.
pissed.
No, she'll shoot me. I said it. So how much of that sort of plays into your creative process?
Vessel was a story that was brought to us by Emily Andrus, who's a dear friend and a wonderful writer, and we were blessed with all the writers that we had for a season. And a lot of what we like to do is basically just sit and have fun. So if you would imagine how all of you would sort of break the thing, it'd be a lot of lying on couches and throwing balls against walls and saying, what if we did this? And that's basically what we do. So
And they call it work.
they do. They train. It is very, very fortunate. But so we ended up, I thought what was ironic about that one was it actually went more to Mad Max, and we had just, I think, finished shooting it when the first trailer stuff had come out, and I was like, that might be good.
Yeah.
Oh,
totally.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so some of that is just actually timing in a weird, bizarre, everything in the same air kind of way, and some of it is you intentionally going after a trope that you had fun with, and then having a spin on it. And in that case, it was Emily just sort of, having fun with the position of women in a lot of sci-fi and dystopian things, and sort of subverting
Yeah, I just love the richness of the universe you've created. It's fabulous. There's so many layers, and there's so many things I want to know more about. And the the viewers, the fans that respond to my reviews and stuff, they just love it. So, favorite scene from the first season?
Favorite scene? I really enjoyed. I think it's in episode 9. There's like there's a conversation between Dutch and John about sort of her feelings towards Klein, and like her sort of hesitance to sort of go after him and stuff. And I just thought it really played so well. And it was just, I don't know, the writing was really, yeah, it just worked really, really well. And just me watching it, I was like, wow, that's a good scene. Because when you're in them, it's hard to sort of get perspective on things sometimes. But just watching that scene, I just thought, wow, it's really interesting, the dynamics and how it worked. And yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. I know I'm running out of time, and I don't want to keep you guys from having a break. So thank you so much. So looking forward to the next
Thanks
event.
very much. And we have one more, and I promise we'll have 3 more.
Bye. See you later.